Hello everyone. Hi, how are you? This is Kay. So today is the 7th of May 2023 on Sunday. So let me share my analysis as the weekly forecast. So today I will cover the Forex pairs on my watch list, 21 pairs on my watch list first, and then gold, WTI, and index, and Bitcoin, and also the news. So we have lots to cover today. So let me start the live stream right now. Okay, good to see you. I see lots of people today, so thank you very much for joining everyone. Great to see you. Tony, Rain, Oli, El, Mehdi, and Sheshu, James, and everyone. Great to see you. So let me now switch the screen to Trading View and start my analysis. So every weekend I check the weekly time frame just to make sure which direction the market's going, and to see if there's any significance in terms of the candlestick patterns too, or the resistance and the support in higher time frames. Because usually the market follows the major direction. So let's say if we have weekly trends up, that means most likely this week will be bullish in the lower time frames. So I would focus to look for a buying opportunity and so on. So that's how I see the weekly time frame. And during the week, I also check the weekly, but when it comes to entries, I take the lower time frames. So let me share my view, my analysis on these Forex pairs first. So I will cover from Euro USD all the way down to Swiss franc JPY. Alright, again, thank you very much for joining. Oli, thank you very much for reminding the like button. If you liked it, please press like button before you leave, that would be great. Thank you very much. And Fam, Win, Kevin, BB Gaming, Lasita, and Minchit, Tarun, Berducci, and Linko, and Kohi-san. Good to see you everyone. So first, this is the Euro USD. Euro USD for me is bullish. And the price is now on the resistance. Now the resistance level is 1.1093. So I'm still waiting for that breakout and expect the market goes up to 1.1499. So my view is bullish. I continue to look for a buying opportunity. And also if you look at the Kumo, Senko span B is flat. However, Senko span A is up, Kijun Sen angle is up, Tenkan Sen flat but Chikou span above candles, and the price is above the Tenkan Sen, and the market has been resisted by the previous resistance zone. So during the week from tomorrow, I start to look at the daily time frame or the 4-hour time frame. But if I see one of these time frames to be trending up, I take the trade and follow uptrend. So my view is bullish on the Euro USD. But last week was doji, and actually for the last 3 weeks has been small candles. So this may not be the best pair to trade. So let's look at other pairs and find some better pairs to trade potentially. So next one is the Euro AUD. Euro AUD, I was looking for the buying opportunity last week because Kumo was up, Kijun Sen was up, but as it turns out last week was a big retracement. So, and now Kijun Sen angle is technically flat. So that means the price may retrace to Tenkan Sen or Kijun Sen. And the price is now very close to the Tenkan-sen. So this week, the price may be supported and goes up. But, weekly, last week was all retracing, and, this type of candlestick, there's a body only and no wick up and down. This is called marubozu in Japanese, and this is considered to be the strong reversal signal. So that means this week may be bearish, and I will continue to be away from the chart and look for other pairs to trade. But if you are the short-term trader, then Euro AUD might be a good pair to sell and target to either Tenkan-sen or Kijun-sen on the weekly time frame. So next one is the Euro JPY. Euro JPY last week also retraced, and most likely this week continue to retrace range. So in this case, I will delete this up arrow, and I do expect market range this week because of this bearish bar. And Kumo is up still, Tenkan-sen, Kijun-sen are bullish, Chikou span above candles. So my view is that this week, I think there will be a small candlestick like doji, like 3 weeks ago. We may see a price like this, and then 2 weeks after, the market may break and have a new uptrend is my feeling. So I think there might be a small retracement this week is my expectation. But if I see uptrend this week, of course I will follow uptrend and look for a selling opportunity. But Euro JPY looks like it's not also the best pair to monitor this week. So let's continue to check other pairs. Here's Euro Pound. Euro Pound has been ranging and there is no direction. But as I mentioned last week, this is called descending P wave. The highs are lower and the support at the same level, and this is descending P wave. And the breakout can happen anytime soon. A breakout of 0.8713. Once it breaks, I think it goes down to 0.8549, and we have a room of 161 pips to trade. So Euro Pound, if the market breaks support, this would be a very nice market, and it may happen. So let me just in case mark purple, just for the reminder that we may have a great trading chance to sell on Euro Pound. But if it goes up, then no trade. Most likely it will be range. Lower time frames will be very tricky. But if the market breaks support, I think downtrend will be strong. So that's something I'm waiting for on this pair. Okay, so next one, Euro CAD. Euro CAD, this one was also bullish. And still Kumo's bullish, Kijun-sen up, and Chikou span above candles. And last week, it closed below the Tenkan-sen. But this week, the price may be bullish because it broke the Tenkan-sen, but the breakout was not that deep. So in this case, since Kumo's up, Kijun-sen up, Euro CAD may be bullish is my analysis. And if you look at the previous market, the past market, the resistance level was here, 1.5111. So actually last week, for the last 2 weeks, the market was exactly resisted by the resistance level. So in that sense, the market may retrace. So my view on this one is really difficult. So I would only buy if the market goes up and expect the new breakout of that resistance because the Kumo is still thick. If Kumo is too thin, then I don't expect the market breaks, but if there's a Kumo thickness to it, then there is still a chance that the market breaks. So my view is still bullish. But if this week, let's say, if Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday turns out to be bearish, then no trade for me. Okay, next one, Euro Swiss franc. Euro Swiss franc has been ranging since October last year, so I haven't traded this one. The only timing we can trade on this one is to wait for the breakout 0.9706. That will be the perfect timing to sell and follow downtrend in the lower time frames. But now this has been ranging, so this week we can't really tell which way it's going. So if we don't know, if we cannot create a scenario, then simply skip and move on to the next one. So now USD/JPY. This pair is also bullish to me still because this is ascending P wave on the weekly time frame. So in the bigger picture, this is bullish. I'm still waiting for the breakout of 137.96. And last week was bearish. Let me also check the daily time frame. So a daily time frame shows for the last 4 days was retracement. But then again, this is still in the middle of the P wave. So the price may retrace down to the trend line, the yellow trend line, and then breaks eventually. So I'm still waiting for the breakout, and that will be an ideal scenario to buy. But if I see bullishness until it breaks, I would enter trade, and once the market really breaks that resistance, I make big profits. So yeah, my view on USD/JPY still bullish. So that's okay. Next one is USDCAD. So this pair has been ranging. Last week was bearish, and there was a pin bar 2 weeks ago, and so it has been ranging just ups and downs. But because last week was a pin bar, and this week, 2 weeks ago was pin bar, and last week was bearish. On these two candlestick patterns, this is a bearish sign. So that means if the market breaks the trend line of the weekly time frame like this, then the price could go down very deeply. And this is not about Ichimoku, this is only about the price action, because in Ichimoku, Kumo flat, Kijun Sen flat, Tenkan Sen flat, Chikou span touching, so there's no clue which way it's going. So in this case, I would wait for the breakout of the trend line on the weekly and follow downtrend based on daily or the 4-hour time frames. And this may happen, it may happen this week. So I marked purple on this one too. So far we haven't seen any trending markets yet based on the weekly. Weekly Kumo Kijun Sen are bullish, but we do see some retracement among the markets. So let's continue to look for some better markets to trade. So next one is the USD Swiss franc. Okay, this one looks good. USD Swiss franc it's still bearish. Kumo is down, Kijun Sen down, Tenkan Sen down, Chikou span below candles. So this market is now bearish. So the target is going to be 0.8756, and the room to trade is 143 pips or so. So that means we have enough room to trade. So yeah, so that's I think a good pair to monitor too. So I will mark purple on USD Swiss franc as well. Okay, so next one, Pound USD. This pair is also very nice. Now, Senko span A is up, Kijun Sen is also bullish, Chikou span above the candles, and the market broke the resistances. And the price is now reaching to the next resistance, which is 1.2667. But once the market breaks that resistance, then there's no previous resistances, so the market can potentially goes up to 1.3299. So far Pound USD looks to be the best to follow. So let me mark light blue, as this is the best pair so far. Okay, so when I see uptrend based on the lower time frames, I follow and go uptrend. Okay, and also there was a W bottom and neckline breakout on the weekly time frame too. And along the way up, if you closely look at the candlesticks, there was a doji over here, doji, and it was broken bullish this way. So yeah, this is still bullish, I think. Last week was bullish, and this week could be also bullish continuously and may break that resistance. So let's focus Pound USD as one of the best pairs this week to trade. Okay, next one up is the Pound JPY. This pair is now at the resistance 172.15. So the best scenario to buy is after the break of that resistance. And the reason is because the Chikou span is still too close, 2 candles, and also Kumo is still flat. Well, technically Senko span A is up, but overall Kumo has been flat. So the market may not break that resistance this week. So don't jump in the market right now. If I see the Kumo to be thicker and longer like this way, then I don't mind looking for the entry. Then I expect the breakout. But because of this Kumo shape now, I think this is still too flat to me. So most likely I think the market retraces. But again, if the market breaks it, the resistance, I follow uptrend. So I make purple on Pound JPY also. The thing I mentioned about the Kumo shape is like this. If you see the Kumo shape of like this, then this is more bull Kumo, up Kumo, right? This is more clear bullish Kumo. But right now on Pound JPY, the Kumo shape is like this. This is more sideways. So that means buyers are not really following the market. So and that's why I don't think the market breaks that resistance. So yeah, that's Pound JPY. But if it breaks, I follow uptrend. And next one, Pound CAD. Pound CAD was also nicely bullish still on the weekly chart, and Kumo looks much better than the Pound JPY. Senko span B is up, A is up, and Kijun Sen is also up, and Tenkan Sen is also pointing up bullish, and Chikou span above candles. And the market actually also broke the neckline of W bottom in March, so I can see that this is now bullish. It also broke that resistances. So I continue to look for a buying opportunity on Pound CAD, and target is 1.7376, which is the previous high from the February last year. Okay, next one, Pound AUD. Pound AUD is now retracing. Last week was a retracement, and now if you look at the Kumo shape, it's now becoming flat single span B and flat Kijun Sen. So Pound AUD may retrace, or it may range. There may be no strengths. You may see doji this week. So most likely we don't have a chance to buy or sell, so I don't mark this one. So next one, pound Swiss franc. This pair has been completely flat, no direction, no trace. And AUD USD also has been ranging, so no trace on this one either. And AUD CAD is also ranging. Last week was bullish, but then there was a long wick pointing up. So this is more of range. The prices are within the Kumo, and the Kumo itself is flat. Chikou span is almost touching the candles. So this is peer range. In terms of the weekly, we don't know what's going on and we don't know which way it's going. We have to look into the lower time frames to see the situation. Okay, next one is the AUDJPY. AUDJPY in the lower time frames are bullish, but on the weekly is range. The price is within the Kumo flat, Kijun Sen, Kansen flat. Chikou span is now coming closer and closer to candles. So I would look for a buying opportunity because the market has been bullish since March 27th week. So short term is bullish, but long term we don't know which way it's going. So I would prefer to follow pound USD so far. This pair looks more clean, more stable uptrend than than AUD pairs. So I don't think I would trade AUD CAD this week. Okay, next one is AUDJPY. So AUDJPY was bullish, and this is also within the market. So most likely the lower time frames will be spiky. So you be careful if you want to trade on this one. And the spread also may be very wide because it becomes very spiky in the lower time frames. Alright, moving on to AUD Swiss franc. So since 2 weeks ago, up to 2 weeks ago, it was a nice downtrend, but last week was bullish. So, and it actually made the Kijun Sen to be flat. Kumo is still down, so there's a chance that the market goes down continuously, but since Kijun Sen is flat, I think the price will retrace to the Tenkan Sen, the blue Tenkan Sen. It may be resisted and goes bearish. Or if you can draw the trend line, descending trend line, like this way, then it's actually touching the trend line. So the market may be reacted by the trend line and continue to be bearish. So my view on AUD Swiss franc is still downtrend bearish. If I see downtrend, I follow. And the target is 0.5345. We have a room of 560 pips to trade. Okay, next one is the CADJPY. CADJPY last week ended with a doji and there is no direction. But like I mentioned on last week, there is a nice W bottom and the neckline is 100.94. So if the market breaks that level, I think we see a nice uptrend after that. So CADJPY make good pair to monitor and follow uptrend based on this price action. So mark purple on this one. Okay, and next one is the CAD Swiss franc. This pair is still downtrend. Kumo down, Kijun Sen down, Tenkan Sen down, Chikou span below candles. So I expect the market continuously goes down and follow downtrend. So I mark purple on this one too. But for the last 2 candles was reversing pattern. This is the pin bar, and last week pin bar break bullish. So that means the market may retrace, continue to retrace to also the descending trend line on the weekly. So the price may be resisted by the trend line, by the Tenkan-sen, and continue to go down is my analysis. But if it breaks a trend line, then no trade. The market most likely will be range. And Kijun-sen will be flat, Kumo will be flat, and the market loses its direction. And finally, Swiss franc JPY. This pair broke the resistance 2 weeks ago, and last week was bearish. But after the breakout of that resistance, Kumo still bullish, Tenkan-sen, Kijun-sen both bullish, and Chikou span above candles. So for me, this is bullish. I keep this arrow, and target is 158.54. Around 600 pips or so is the target. So this is good. Yeah, this Swiss franc JPY is also bullish, I think. Okay, so that covers my forex pairs on my watch list. So now let me cover gold and WTI. Okay, again, thank you very much for joining everyone today. Great to see you. I hope you're having a great weekend today. So, okay, here is gold, XAUUSD. So gold has been bullish continuously. So, and because the Kumo is bullish, Senko span B is up, A is up, Kijun-sen is up, Tenkan-sen is also up, and Chikou span above candles. So, I continue to look for a buying opportunity on gold. I will never sell in this case. This is bullish based on Ichimoku confirmations. And the Kumo shape may be a bit too small, but this is okay Kumo. Not too thin, so I still expect the market breaks that resistance, 2070.98. So, and in this case, I enter trade before the break happens, so that once the breakout really happens, I can make some nice profits. But with the good risk management, you can actually take trades. But if you want to be safer, I prefer to wait for the breakout of the resistance 2070.98 and buy afterwards. But again, gold is bullish to me. Okay, so next one is the US oil, WTI. So this market is now bearish. What's significant on this market was that last week the market touched the swing low, 64.45. And then towards the end of last week, the market retraced and closed here. But this is still bearish. If you remember my analysis a couple weeks ago, there was a gap between the candles, and I said if the gap is filled, then the market will be bearish. If it doesn't get filled, then it will go up this way. And looks like it didn't fill. So that's why this is now bearish. And Kumo is downtrend bearish, and Kumo has been very thick. Kijun-sen is also down, and Chikou span below candles. So this is bearish. So in this case, I still expect the market breaks the support and continues bearish trend. Okay, so let's now move on to index. Okay, so index, I have Nikkei, US indices, Euro indices, Nifty, AU200, and Hansen. So let me cover from Nikkei. So Nikkei was bullish last week. Actually, as for the last 4 weeks, it's been bullish, and it's about to break that resistance, 29,409.02. So Kumo is a bit too thin, but considering that this is a breakout of neckline of W bottom, I think the price will break that resistance and Nikkei continue to be bullish. So that's Nikkei 225. Okay, and Dow Jones. Dow Jones still has been ranging to me. Chikou span actually touched last week. So, and Kumo flat, Kijun Sen flat, Tenkan Sen below Kijun Sen. So in this case, I think the price will break that resistance when you see Tenkan Sen, Kijun Sen gold cross within the range. And most likely gold cross won't happen this week. But sometime in May, we may see gold cross, and then finally the market may break that resistance. So my advice is to wait for the gold cross of Tenkan Sen, Kijun Sen on the weekly on Dow Jones. Okay, next one is Nasdaq. Nasdaq is now about to be bullish. Technically, this is not bullish yet, but wait for the breakout of 13,290.5. And last week was doji, and if the market breaks that level, that will be the doji breakout, which is one of the bullish confirmations. So, and the target, now the initial target is 13,721.6. But once the doji break happens, then I think the Kumo breakout and the resistance break happens, and the market will go up to up here 15,284 level. So Nasdaq is about to be bullish, but it will only be bullish once it broke that resistance. Otherwise, it may retrace to Tenkan Sen, Kijun Sen on the weekly. So just watch out. Okay, next one is S&P 500. So S&P to me is more bullish than Nasdaq because the price is about to break that Kumo, and this is on the N wave bullish. So this week may break that resistance 41.95 and may reach 43.26. So my view is bullish on S&P 500. Okay, so next one is Euro stocks. Euro stocks still bullish. Last 2 weeks has been retracing, but Kumo is up, Kijun Sen up, Chikou span above candles. So this one is bullish, and the target is the next run numbers, which are 4500 and 4600 and so on. Okay, and next one, FTSE 100. This one is also bullish. There is Kijun Sen bullish, Chikou span above candles, and Kumo Senko span A is also bullish. But then last 2 weeks has been ranging, and now if you look at the Tenkan Kijun Sen, they are dead crossing. So most likely in this case, the market will be in the P wave. P wave is the triangle range in Ichimoku way. So I think the price will move within the P wave, so it may retrace to the support of the P wave until it breaks either direction. So this will be the scenario that you can expect. Of course, from next week or the month of May, it may break that resistance and goes up this way. In that case, you can follow uptrend. But at the same time, it may retrace. So the best option to buy is to wait for the breakout of the trend line or the P wave. So that is my analysis on the FTSE 100. Okay, and CAC France. CAC France is still bullish. Kumo is up, Kijun Sen is up, and Chikou span above candles. And last week, the market was supported by the previous resistance. So we can expect the N wave bullish continuously. So CAC France is bullish. Okay, and next one, DAX index, German 40. this market is also bullish. Kumo's up, Kijun-sen up, and Chikou span above candles. We have multiple white bullish candlestick along the way. So German 40 is now bullish still, continuously. Okay, and Nifty chart. Nifty almost became bullish, but last week ended with a bearish bar and the long wick above that resistance. So that means this is not an uptrend yet. The market may retrace to Kijun-sen and goes up. That's one of the scenarios. Or it may retrace to Tenkan-sen and goes up. And when you see Tenkan-sen retracement, that will be an inverse head and shoulders. So once you see that, you wait for the breakout of the neckline, and that will be the best time to buy. So let's see if the market retraces or continue to be bullish. If it continues to be bullish, then you wait for the breakout of 18,267, and then most likely the market will go up to 1,887.85 over here. So this is the target. So watch out on the retracement on Nifty 50 this week. Next one is A200. So A200 has been ranging now. Kumo is up, but Kijun-sen, Tenkan-sen, dead crossing, Chikou span is now getting close to candles. So this is range. We can't really tell which way it's going. And Hansen is also range. The price is about to break the Kumo, but not yet. But even if it breaks Kumo, it won't really mean anything, because the Kumo breakout already happened here in the fake, and then the market was range. So yeah, this Kumo breakout this time is not really important. But what's more important is the Kijun-sen to be out of the Kumo. As market grows bullish, it may break that resistance and goes up, and then Kijun-sen comes out of the Kumo, and Senkou span A grows bullish, Senkou span B follows bullish, and I think that will be the best timing to buy. And Chikou span remains above candles too, for sure. So in this scenario, I think the best option to buy is when it breaks that resistance, 21,018.20, in target to the swing high on this market. So that covered the index on my watch list. So now finally, let me cover cryptos, Bitcoin. Okay, here is a Bitcoin in the weekly time frame. So as I mentioned for the last couple of weeks, the prices are exactly within the Kumo, and I say the market will be very spiky, and it's actually happening. The market has been really spiky and range for the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 weeks. It has been ranging. But if you look at the lower time frames, then you have some opportunities too. So let me check the daily time frame. Okay, so here is a daily time frame, and you have a clue of what would be the best to trade. And like I mentioned last week, this big doji candlestick, which happened on the 26th of April, the market has been included by this big doji. So the best option is to wait for that breakout of that doji. And I say this because still the Kumo Senkou span A is flat, and actually Kumo is getting smaller, squeezing Kumo, and then Kijun-sen flat, Tenkan-sen flat, and Chikou span too close. So within the range, it can go anywhere. But let's say the market continue to range for the next couple of days, and first, if the price goes above Kumo, and Kumo grows bullish a little bit more, and then Kijun Sen becomes below Tenkan Sen, so gold cross. Gold cross of Tenkan Kijun Sen happens, and Chikou span breaks candles and comes above the candles. I think that will be the best timing to buy and expect the breakout of that big inside. But that will be the only scenario I think of to buy before the break. Otherwise, simply wait for that breakout of 30,000 and 32 and buy. So for now, this is range. So I can't really see which way it's going, is my opinion. Okay, so that's BTCUSD. Okay, so that covered the whole market on my watch list. So now let me remind everyone about the news. So new week started, so we have, a lot of some news. Okay, so let me see. Let me go to calendar and click on this week and click apply. Okay, so Monday the 8th, tomorrow, we have a big news and monetary policy meeting in Japan. So JP appears, can be affected by this. So then also Tuesday the 9th, we have one big news, budget release in Australia, Tuesday. And Wednesday the 10th, we have harmonized CPI in Germany, and also CPI ex food and energy in the US. And Thursday 11th May, we have rate decision, interest rate decision in UK. So this might impact the market very big on Thursday 11th on UK. So watch out on the pound and other pairs. And then Friday the May 12th, we have GDP, gross domestic product in UK, and then Michigan Consumer Sentiment Report in the US, and that's it. So this week, watch out on the news of Consumer Price Index in the US, ex food energy, on Wednesday 10th. This one will be very important because ex food and energy, CPI, the food and energy prices are fluctuating very much. So if you exclude the consumer price of food and energy, then you get more stable or you get more realistic consumer prices. So that's why CPI ex food and energy news has been impacting the market recently. So watch out on this one, Wednesday 10th in the US. And then also watch out on the rate decision in UK on Thursday. And I think that's pretty much it. So that's a news announcement. Okay, so that covers the whole topics for today. So from now, let me see. Let me check some more comments until the end of live today in about 15 minutes or so. But again, thank you very much for joining, everyone. Great to see you. I hope you have been enjoying your weekend so far. Okay, so let's see. I see some comments, so let me check these comments first. Okay, let me see. Okay, good to see you. I see lots of comments. Excited for the new week. Sure, yes. New week, new fresh start. Right. In terms of the entry timing, I actually posted the video on my web page. So please come to my web page and hover over on free download and click on KTS and access to this web page and scroll down and you get how I enter trade. Part 5, entry strategy. you can watch the video and know how I enter trade. Okay, good to see you everyone. Thank you so much for joining today. Okay, Said says symbol ZL soybean oil futures. Okay, let me check that one. I don't think I ever checked that before, so it's exciting to see something different. Oh, here. Oh yeah, I think I checked that before, sorry. But yeah, so here's soybean. Okay, so looks like the market has broken the trend line. So this wasn't downtrend anymore. So I will delete the trend line, delete the arrow. Okay, so the price came to the Kijun Sen, broke the Kijun Sen. So now this is turning bullish on the daily time frame. But let me check the weekly. Okay, weekly time frame is also now retracing because Kijun Sen is now flat. It may retrace to Tenkan Sen. So in the short term, Tenkan Sen on the weekly is the target. Because if you look at the chart, the market has been respecting the Tenkan Sen multiple times. So that means this time, the price may retrace the Tenkan Sen, then being resisted and goes down. Can be possible. So yeah, I would wait for the bounce on the Tenkan Sen and sell. Again, coming back to the daily time frame, we can also draw the trend line like this way. So let's see. If it breaks the trend line and goes up to the weekly Tenkan Sen, or it may be resisted by the trend line and continue to be bearish. So this is my analysis. Okay. Yeah, great to see everyone. Thank you very much for joining also. Yeah, WTI is now downtrend and gold is now bullish. Right. Kartik says Ichimoku trading strategy works for 1 minute time frame for scalping. No, I don't think so. Or at least for me, I don't use Ichimoku in 1 minute because that's too low time frame to use. My lowest time frame I use the Ichimoku is on 30-minute time frame. But even 30-minute time frame to use Ichimoku, I think it's too low. I think 1 hour or higher would be better. Ichimoku works the best on the daily and the weekly time frames. JPY or PRS bullish? I think so, yeah. Yeah, JPY has been weak, so JPY PRS bullish. But especially pound JPY looks good, it's bullish. And also CAD-JPY is also bullish. It has been supported by the trend line, so this one is also bullish. And then Swiss franc JPY is also bullish too. So I will focus on these 3 pairs on my watch list. Okay. Oh, Daluk, thank you very much for the reminder for the like button. Please press like button before you leave, that would be great. Thank you very much. Okay, let's see. Okay, yeah, you're welcome. Thank you very much for the reminder, everyone, for the like button. Yeah, it keeps me going, so that would be great. Okay, Bank Nifty. Yeah, Bank Nifty, let me see. I have the Bank Nifty here on the weekly time frame. Okay, I think I did this analysis long ago, but looks like it broke the P wave as expected. So now the market is bullish. The only thing is the Tenkan Sen below Kijun Sen and Senko Span A is bullish, but Senko Span A is not breaking the previous Senko Span A level yet. So this is, the whole Kumo is still flat. And Tenkan-sen below Kijun-sen and Chikou span is also too close. So although the market broke the P wave, it can retrace anytime. And now the price is reaching to the resistance 4461. And so that means some retracement may happen. So in this case, the best option is to wait for the Tenkan-sen, Kijun-sen gold cross and Chikou span above candles, and Senkou span A grows more. So that means the market may consolidate and then goes up. I think that would be a better chance to buy. And or wait for the breakout of that resistance and buy too. Yeah, but for now, this is still, the potential retracement still can happen. So just watch out. So that's the weekly analysis. Okay. Yeah. Let me turn off the light. It's becoming bright now. Okay, let's see. Ethereum. Okay, Ethereum, let's see. Ethereum on the weekly is also within the Kumo, just like Bitcoin. And okay, but 2 weeks ago was a doji, and this week may break the doji bullish. And if I check the daily time frame, okay, so daily time frame is also showing range. So the only timing you can buy is when it breaks 2020.8 resistance. Because when it happens, most likely you will have the Tenkan-sen, Kijun-sen gold cross and Chikou span above candles, like this, above candles. So that means the market needs to be like this. So then Kijun-sen remains flat, but then Tenkan-sen breaks Kijun-sen bullish, Chikou span above candles, and breakout of 2020.8 might happen, and that will be the best time to buy. Yeah, because even if the market breaks now, today for example, most likely that will be the fake breakout, because Chikou span is still very close to candles. It may grow up to the resistance here at 2142, but even before the price reaches there, the market may reverse. So in the short term, this is bullish, I think. We have also W bottom neckline breakout, and the neckline is also the big doji, and the doji inside bar break happened 2 days ago, but then retraced yesterday. So now this is range. I think the best option is to wait for the break of that resistance in this case. Yeah. Okay, Kohi-san says in oil you said the gap didn't fail. What does that mean? Yeah, so the oil, I was saying that the commodity US oil. Yeah, so here is the daily time frame. So, and there was a gap here between 31st of March and the 3rd of April. Between Friday and Monday, there was a gap because of the OPEC decision towards oil barrel. So there was a gap, and if the gap was not filled, that means if the price did not reach here on this price level, if the price did not reach 75.61, so let's say the market may retrace, but it doesn't touch that level, but instead it just goes up this way, then the market may have been bullish after this. But in this case, the gap was filled. The gap was filled exactly on this date, on the 26th of April. So now I say that this is bearish, downtrend. The market usually goes towards the gap direction once it's filled. But if it doesn't fill, if it won't be filled, then it may have gone up this way is the theory. So that's what I said on this WTI. Okay. Yeah, James, you're welcome. Thank you very much for joining. Yes, sir. Background is very beautiful. Oh, you mean the background of here? Yeah, today's sky is not a bit cloudy, a bit foggy, but yeah, it's been a nice day today. Dubai is getting really hot these days, so yeah, it's been a nice weather these days. Okay, Gassi, you're welcome. Okay, El Mehdi, you're welcome too. Thank you very much. Okay, we says, how much do you put yours limit loss usually? Or in terms of the stop loss, you mean? Stop loss, I take the stop loss of around 30 to 40, between 30 to 50 I would say, pips of stop loss these days. Okay, Said says, would you use Ichimoku with Heikin Ashi? No, I don't. I prefer candlesticks because Ichimoku was originally taught with candlesticks, and Ichimoku does take candlesticks high and low for the 5 lines and time cycles. So I prefer candlesticks to use. Okay, Photo says, would you please check the symbol JPYX? Okay, let me check. Okay, let me check JPYX. Yeah, Japan Currency Index. Let's see. So Japan Index on the weekly is now, in terms of Ichimoku, it's range, but in terms of price, it's bearish. It's clear that we have double top and the neckline breakout. Neckline of 815.4 breakout. So this is bearish. So as it goes down, when you see Chikou span breakout, that will be downtrend confirmation with the Ichimoku, and the market may reach down to the swing low, 774.9. So yeah, Japan index is now bearish. Currency index, I think, is now bearish, downtrend. Okay, Rajesh, you're welcome. Kevin, thanks for joining. Good to see you. Okay. Okay, let's see. Yeah, I think gold is now range. Yeah, gold is range now. Okay, all this is Brent and silver. Brent, I don't think I ever checked the Brent, but let me see. I have silver here. Yeah. Okay, so let me first check the Brent oil, UK oil, right? So weekly is also bearish because the price is below Tenkan-sen, Kijun-sen, Kumo, and Chikou span below candles. So Brent is now bearish. The breakout of the support 70.30 can happen sometime in May. And also silver is now bullish too, along with gold. Silver on the weekly is now bullish. Kumo is up. Kijun-sen is up also. Chikou span above candles. It broke the resistance. And the resistance 24.529 was working as the support last week. So this can be a new N wave up like this way. So yeah, this is bullish to me. Okay, and natural gas. Natural gas is, let's see, weekly is bearish. Oh, it's about to break the support now. The prices are below the Tenkan-sen. The market has been resisted by the Tenkan-sen on the weekly time frame, and it's breaking the support anytime, 2.10. This is also descending P wave, so it breaks the support anytime. So this is downtrend bearish, and once it breaks, the target is going to be on the swing low, which is 1.52. So I put down arrow below the support like this. So yeah, this is bearish natural gas. Okay, Kohi-san, you're welcome. Okay. Oh yeah, Sorosh, good to see you. Thank you for joining. See you too. Venkat, good to see you too. Thank you very much for joining. Yeah, my trades has been really well. You can actually see my performance yesterday. I shared it with you in April performance. And last month in March, or I think it was early April, I shared my trade performance between January and March. But my trade has been really well because I have been very careful and selective which one to trade. Yeah, and I keep going like this. Photo, you're welcome. Okay, Flex says, hi Mr. K, William Alligator, also known as trend following indicator. How about your opinion about William Alligator indicator? Thank you, Mr. K. William Alligator indicator, I think I used it long ago. Does it have like a 3 moving averages and like an alligator like bite kind of analogy? I think it was. I don't use it recently, so I'm not sure. Yeah, I used to use that indicator. If that's is that the same thing that you're thinking about? William Alligator indicator. Yeah, that's right. It has 3 moving averages. Yeah, like this, right? Yeah. So lips and teeth and jaws. That's right. So this is like the alligator's analogy. When it bites, it's the end of the trend or something like that. Yeah, I used to do that, but I don't use anymore, so I'm not sure. I forgot the strategy already. I only use Ichimoku, so I don't know. And also, I was also using GMMA, Good P Multiple Moving Average strategy also in the past, and it has been working really well with RSI back then. But now I'm only using Ichimoku for higher time frames, so yeah, I don't use GMMA or any moving average related indicators. Yeah. Okay, Oli, you're welcome. Okay, so I think I will finish the live stream for today because I think we have covered lots of markets, lots of pairs, and lots of comments. Okay, so thank you very much everyone for joining today also, and I hope you have a great rest of a weekend, and I hope we also have a great trading week this week. So I hope to see you in the next one. So until I see you next time, please stay healthy and stay safe and stay gold. Okay? Alright, bye for now everyone. Mata ne. Thank you very much.